Good morning, dears, and welcome to Super Coaching of UPSC by Testbook. And I am your mentor, Pradeep. And today we meet here to discuss one of the very important topic of Indian economy, that is agriculture marketing. So let's start our today's session. But let me tell you that in what manner we are going to deal this chapter. Let me tell you that first of all we will try to understand that what is the meaning of agriculture marketing. Then we will discuss that what were the problems of agriculture marketing that we are going to discuss what are the problems, and after that we are going to discuss that to resolve those problems what actions government has taken, and in that respect only that the government has taken the uh, steps in regard to APMC, Agriculture Produce Market Committee Act, and through that government took the measures. So we will discuss it in detail. Then that means again in 2016 government again went for the reforms in APMC only, that is online, that is known as e-name. So we are going to discuss e-name in detail. So in that respect we are going to proceed with today's session. Okay, so let's start our today's session. So when we talk about the agriculture marketing, what is the meaning of agriculture marketing? Agriculture marketing involves all those activities from the stage of harvesting till it is sold to the final consumer. That means it includes all the activities from farm to food. I am going to repeat once again, what is agriculture marketing? Agriculture marketing includes all those activities which starts from the stage of harvesting and it ends to the stage of the selling, that means it is sold to the final consumer. So that means we can say that agriculture marketing includes all those activities which includes from farm to food. That means all those activities which is going to be taken from farmland to the final consumer, that is up to the food, it is going to be included under the agriculture marketing. Good morning Ravi Shankar, good morning. So these all are that means known as agriculture marketing. So that means we are going to include that seeding, we are going to include the harvesting, we are going to include cropping, we are going to include irrigation, we are going to include grading, packaging, selling. All these things are going to be included under the agriculture marketing. So that means this is about the agriculture marketing. Now when we proceed further, now we are going to discuss that what are the issues of agriculture marketing. What issues are faced by the in context to agriculture marketing? So so when we talk about the issues, we can say that there is distress sale. Okay, there is distress sale of agriculture products. What does it mean? We will discuss. That is known as that means distress sale because of distress sale farm that is there is farm gate sale. Okay, and because of this farm gate sale we will try to understand, don't worry, that let me introduce first the technical words, then we are going to proceed. So when we talk about the distress sale, that means this distress sale is because of two reasons. One is known as because there is perishable nature of agriculture products. That means there are certain products, agriculture products, which are perishable in nature, especially vegetables and fruit items. They are perishable in nature. Okay, and second is distress sale because of indebtedness. Because of indebtedness there is distress sale. Distress sale means that farm gate sale means that the going to sold out, farmer is going to sold out the agriculture produce in the field itself. So when farmer is going to sold out, the farmer is going to sold out the agriculture produce in the field itself. It is known as farm gate sale, and this farm gate sale took place because of distress sale, and this distress sale is because of two reasons. One is perishable nature of the agriculture products, especially vegetables and fruit items, and second is indebtedness of the farmer, and we will try to understand. Because of that, what is the drawback of this distress sale, or what are the drawback of farm grade sale? That the farmer is not able to get the that required price of their that means deserving price of their product. Because why? Who is going to? There is not competitive bidding. When the farmer is going to sold out their product at farm gate sale or in the field itself, that farmer is not going to get the competitive price. Why farmer is not going to get the competitive price? The farmer will be in position to get the competitive price when there will be more buyers. When there will be more buyers, then only the farmer will be in position to get the required or the appropriate price of their product. But when the farmer is going to sold it in farm gate sale or because of distress sale, that is going to be that he or she is not going to get the competitive price, because it is going to be bought by the middleman. It is going to be purchased by middleman. That is money lender, that may be money lender, and that's why the farmer is not going to get the sufficient or adequate price of their product. And why this farm gate sale? That is because of distress sale. And why distress sale? This distress sale is because of two reasons. One is perishable nature of the agriculture product, second is indebtedness. So let me tell you that what is the meaning of indebtedness and what I want to say for indebtedness. What is the meaning of indebtedness? That in order to invest in the agriculture product, in order to that means invest in cropping, in order to invest in cropping, or plant, the farmer has to take loan. Farmer has to take loan in order to invest in cropping of plant. So there are two sources. Farmer has two sources to take loans. Earlier farmer has only one source. Nowadays there are two sources. One is known as organized source. Farmer can take loan from organized source, and farmer can take loan from unorganized source. So organized source means from the banking system. Now the farmer has the possibility to take loans from the banking system, because it is the responsibility of the banking to give the lending to the priority sector lending. That means there is requirement as per RBI guidelines, the banks has to give loans to the priority sector lending, and agriculture is one of the component of priority sector lending. So that means nowadays that a farmer, in order to invest in their cropping or cropping of plants, they can take loans from the organized sector. They can take loan from unorganized sector as well. Unorganized sector means they can take loan from the money lenders. So that means, but still that the proportion that that farmer is taking loan more from the unorganized sector, that is known as money lender. That now still the farmer are taking loans more from the money lenders rather than organized sector. And that means after the independence, in the initial phase, there was only one source. One was unorganized sector, and still the farmers are taking more loans from unorganized sector. That means they can take loan from the unorganized sector, but we will try to understand and that why they are not taking loan from the unorganized sector. Organized sector. They are not taking loan from the organized sector. That in order to take loan from the organized sector, they need to have the documents. that banks cannot give you loan without documents. Nowadays there is KCC, credit card. So these are issued by the government. So now it is very easy, and that means in order to take the loans from the organized sector, they have to visit the banks, and the bank officials, they are not comfortable with the language they talk with the farmer, because either they talk in English or they talk in Hindi. They cannot talk in vernacular language, and they are not very comfortable with. Okay, so that's why they hesitate. First of all, they do not have the documents. Nowadays government solved this problem, and there is something which is known as KCC, Kisan Credit Card. Through Kisan Credit Card they can. So that's why that percentage of organized sector has increased, but still there is sufficient percentage the farmers are taking loans from unorganized sector. So why they were not? They were hesitate to visit banks, or they were hesitate to take loans from the banking system. That means there was a need for documents, and they were not very comfortable with the environment of the banks, and that's why they were hesitate, and that's why they were not taking loans. But in case of unorganized sector, or in case of money lenders, that money lender is going to talk to them in their local language. There is no need to have any documents. You can visit anytime. That means you can visit a money lender anytime, and you will be in position to get the loans. And here, in order to get loans, there is some time lag. That means it may be after 5 days, it may be after 10 days, it may be after 15 days after the application. But here the farmer can get the loans immediately. But the problem with this unorganized sector is they are charging exorbitant rate of interest. They are charging 4% monthly. The interest rate of money lenders from the farmer is as high as 4% monthly. That means they are charging 48%. 48% annually from the farmers. And here in the banking system, the rate is only 7%. And it reduces to 4% through the subsidies, if they are able to fulfill some criteria. So effectively it is only 3% or 4% effectively. But here it is 48%. And that means, and farmer do not have any other source through which the farmer. So that means farmer has to give the interest at 48%. Okay, that means in 2 years that that interest amount is going to be more than principal. And in just 1 year it is going to be the half of the principal, almost half of the principal. So because of that, it is almost next to impossible to give that means the loan amount of the that money lender. Okay, and because of that, the farmers trap in the indebted, the condition of indebtedness. And that means fulfill this responsibility or liability to repay the loan of money lender, they have only one source, and that is nothing but their agriculture produce. So that means money lenders were supposed to be more interested in the farmers' agriculture produce even more than farmer, because he or she has only the that means can take their loan, repay, the farmer can repay only through the agriculture produce. So they were more interested. So they used to take the agriculture produce from the farmer's field only, and because of that, farmer was not getting the adequate prices. So that's why what was there, as I said, that's why there was, because farmer that means they have to sold the distress sale. That's why there was distress sale. I think this is there was distress sale, and it was for farm gate sale. Okay, so that means distress sale because of two reasons. One is perishable nature of commodity, other was because of indebtedness. Okay, so this was the problem. Other problem was lack of adequate facility, adequate transport facility. What does it mean? That in case of India, first let me rub it, so it must be clear to you people. In case of India, when we talk about the lack of adequate transport facility, there is not the proper that means road connectivity from the field of farmer to the marketplace. That means there is lack of road connectivity. There is lack of road connectivity from the field of the farmer to the marketplace, and because of that, what is going to be, because of that, the farmer has the hesitation to transport their, that farmer can get the adequate price or competitive price when the farmer is going to sold out their product in the market, because there is going to be more buyers. Okay, so that means bidding is going to take place, and that's why that the farmer will be in position to sold out their product at competitive price. But the thing is, in order to transport that agriculture produce from the field to marketplace, there is need to have the road connectivity. There is need to have the road connectivity from the field of the farmer to the marketplace, but it is lacking. It is lacking. That's why because of this, farmer was very much, that means hesitant to transport their product from the field. That's why it take farm gate sell. And other thing was, because of that there was wastage, because of no proper transport facility. Lot many agriculture produce is going to be wasted in between in the transportation from the field to the marketplace. Okay, so that was also the reason. Okay, that was also the problem of agriculture marketing, that lack of adequate infrastructure or transport facility. Not only this, suppose there is also the inadequate storage facility, and this is still the problem, that what is going to be that in case of adequate infrastructure facility, suppose farmer transport their agriculture produce from the field to the marketplace, but at marketplace there should be some storage facility, so that farmer can store their agriculture produce, because if it is perishable in nature, they are going to be wasted. Okay, so there is need to have some cold storage at the marketplace, some cold storage or warehouse facility, so that the farmer wastage of farmers agriculture produce do not take place. But this is lacking, meaning at the marketplace there is no cold storage facility, or there is no warehouse facility. Because of that that there is going to be wastage of agriculture produce, and this is one of the reason for agriculture inflation, that food inflation, agri inflation, food inflation. This is, let me explain, please. First let me rub it. This is the one of the that means region, that lack of adequate storage facility is one of the reason for food inflation or agri inflation in India. This is one of the reason, because food items are perishable in nature, and if you do not have the cold storage facility, they are going to be wasted. So that means if they are going to be wasted, then supply is going to reduce, whereas demand is constant. And why supply has reduced? Because the nature of the food items is perishable, and that has wasted. Why they have wasted? Because of lack of cold storage facility. And because of that, if the wastage is going to take place, that means it is going to be demand that means supply of the that agri food items is going to reduce, whereas demand is constant, the prices are bound to increase. So that is nothing but food inflation. So this is one of the reasons for food inflation. Adequate cold storage facility and warehouse facility. Okay, and because of this inadequate cold storage facility or warehouse facility, what is going to be? There is going to be wastage of the agriculture produce. Not only this was the problem. Okay, not only this, there was lack of grading and standardization system. That means that all the agriculture produce of all the qualities are going to be treated alike. But in case of agriculture produce, there may be some agriculture produce may be of good quality, whereas some other agriculture produce may be comparatively lower quality. So that means on the basis of their grading, there should be the competitive pricing. But we were lacking in the grading and standardization system. Okay, that means earlier there was no authority to have. Still there is authority, but that means in sleeping mode. So because of that, that farmers agriculture produce is going to be treated alike. That farmer is, and they are going to be treated they are going to get the prices for the low quality product. That means whatever prices they are going to get in response to the lower quality. And there may be that agriculture produce of the farmer may be of good quality. So that was because of lack of grading and standardization. Other problem is lack of standard weights and measures. Now this is no more problem because we adopted the metric system. But we will discuss it in reform. We adopted the metric system, and now the standard unit for weight is kilogram and standard unit for length is meter under the metric system. But earlier there was no standard weight and measures. Okay, now we are going to proceed further and we are going to discuss that what measures government has taken in order to resolve these problems. Okay, what measures government has taken? Although government has taken lot many measures, but it is not feasible to discuss all the measures. Okay, so we will discuss more important or especially agriculture produce market committee, but we will definitely discuss once we will discuss the regular class. Okay, that means in our a batch we will definitely deal it in very detail. Okay, so the thing is, when we talk about the government measures of reforms agriculture marketing, so what is going to be that earlier as I said that there was no market. The farmer was selling their product at the farm gate sale. Okay, subjected to farm gate sale. Farmer was subjected to farm gate sale. So that means to resolve this problem, the government made a anaj mandi, regulated anaj mandi. What is the meaning of this? Okay, that we will discuss when we will discuss the APMC in detail. Okay, in next slide. But let me tell you, that means government pass a APMC Act, APMC Agriculture Produce Market Committee Act. Government passed Agriculture Produce Market Committee Act. Okay, and through that act, government passed APMC Act, and through this act, that this was the responsibility. Each and every state government passed the APMC Act, that was known as Agriculture Produce Market Committee Act, and through this act, suppose this is the state government divided the state in different regions. Okay, different marketplaces. Suppose this is one marketplace, this is another marketplace, this is another, this is another, this is another, this is another, this is another. Okay, suppose this is the division of the state. That means state was divided into different marketplace, different marketplace. The entire state was divided into different marketplace, and this different marketplace is known as anaj mandis. Anaj mandis, anaj mandis. And suppose a farmer of this region, through this act, the farmer of this region can sold out his or her product, agriculture produce, in this anaj mandi only. The producer or farmer of this region can sold out his or her produce in this region only, in this anaj mandi only. Similarly, that entire state was divided into different marketplaces that was known as anaj mandi, and the farmer related to particular region was supposed to sold out their product in that particular anaj mandi itself. Okay, that was the through the APMC Act. That means that farmer, at least through this act, at least farmer get a marketplace for their produce. At least farmer get a marketplace for their produce. Okay, that means there was a farmers agitation on one of the bill. Okay, that was related to this only. There was reform in this. Okay, but that means withdrawn by the government. Although it was passed by the parliament, it was notified by the gazette, but because of the agitation of the farmers, it was withdrawn. Okay, so the thing is, we are not going to discuss, otherwise we have to discuss that thing as well. So the thing is, now we are going to proceed and we are going to discuss that. So what was there? That this was the anaj mandi. So through this act, what is the reform that the government passed? First reform is government passed Agriculture Produce Market Committee Act, and through that act, that state government divided the state into different marketplaces known as anaj mandis. And the farmer of particular region supposed to sold out their product in that particular anaj mandi from which he or she belongs to be. Okay, that was the first reform. Okay, second reform, as I said, that adoption of standard weight and measures. And now what is the system? That is metric system. We adopted metric system for weight and measures, and now as per the metric system, the weight is being measured. The basic unit for weight is kilogram, and basic unit for length is meter. Okay, so that means now we adopted the standard weight and measures. Next, what reform we have taken? That that means for the grading and system as well. Okay, for grading and system. Okay, grading and standardization of agriculture produce. First, let me rub it. For grading and standardization, okay, that in the anaj mandis, that Agriculture Produce Grading Marketing Act was amended. This Agriculture Produce Grading and Marketing Act was of 1937, and this was amended, and through that only there one authority was also constituted. But still this is not very prevalent. Because of lack of knowledge among the farmers. Okay, so that is the case of that means now we, for the grading and standardization, we made a provision, but it is not working efficiently. And to solve the infrastructure problem, to solve the cold storage facility, problem of cold storage facility, and to solve the problem of warehouse issues that the central government established Central Warehousing Corporation, that the responsibility of this Central Warehousing Corporation is to constitute infrastructure at marketplaces, agriculture marketplaces, that is known as cold storage and warehouses. That means to look into the problems of infrastructure development at the marketplace of agriculture produce. Government raised a authority that is known as Central Warehousing Corporation, and this Central Warehousing Corporation is instrumental for making, constructing the warehouses at the marketplace of the agriculture produce. Not only state government also raised a authority that is known as State Warehouse Corporation, and this State Warehouse Corporation is also instrumental for creating cold storage and warehouses at the marketplace, that means at anaj mandis. But still there is not adequate, that infrastructure facility at marketplaces. Okay, and not only this, that government took the steps to encourage, that government also took the measures to encourage the private investment for the construction of cold storage and warehouses, and for that government took PPP. Through PPP mode, government also encouraged the private investment. For the construction of cold storage and warehouses. Okay, and for that government is giving the subsidies and use subsidy. Government is giving use service subsidy to the private sector for the construction of cold storage. It is as high as 50%. Of the cost. Suppose, let me explain you people, that suppose private individual made a cold storage, construct a cold storage. Okay, so that means suppose the cost of this cold storage is 5 crore, and if the private individual is able to run it for continuously 3 years, that's central government will, or the state government will give you 2.5 crore rupees. 2.5 crore rupees, okay, as subsidy. So the effective cost is going to be only 2.5 crores. At the same time, it is going to generate the permanent source of income to the private individual in the form of cold storage. Okay, so that is the merit. Okay, so and why it is just to encourage the private investment at the marketplaces for the agriculture produce, so that the wastage of agriculture produce can be reduced. Okay, so the government is encouraging through the subsidies as well as through the private PPP mode as well. Okay, so this is about the steps which has been taken by the government in regard to agriculture marketing. Now we are going to proceed further and we are going to discuss that APMCs. Okay, as I said that we will discuss APMC and ENAM in detail. Okay, although government has took a lot many other measures as well. Okay, but it is not feasible to discuss all the measures. Okay, it is not feasible to discuss all the measures because we have the constraint of time. So that's why we are going to discuss the most important things. Okay, so now we are going to proceed for APMCs. Okay, we are going to proceed for APMC. If there is any doubt to anyone till now, let me know. We can proceed. Okay, so as I said that government passed the APMC Act. Please try to understand. Government passed the APMC Act, and through that APMC Act, like this state was divided into different marketplaces. Okay, like this. Okay, this is one of marketplace, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this marketplace that the state was, through this act, the state was divided among different marketplaces, that was known as Anaj Mandi. Okay, and this Anaj Mandi was regulated by a elected body. Please try to understand that this government passed a act, and I think that you people are very much aware that what is the meaning of passing a act. By passing this act, government got the authority to raise up that to raise the required infrastructure to run a market. Okay, so that means for that, the first of all, government divided the state among different marketplaces, and those marketplaces was known as Anaj Mandis. Okay, now to run this Anaj Mandis, there is need to have a body. There is need to have the body to run the Anaj Mandis effectively, in transparent manner, in accountable manner. There is need to have a body. That body was known as Mandi committees. Mandi committees, and this body was a elected one. This body was a elected one. That means for this Mandi committee, that means this APMCs or these Anaj Mandis, that means this Anaj Mandis is going to be run by a Mandi committees. So there is going to be the group of people who is responsible for running this Anaj Mandis in transparent manner, in accountable manner, in efficient manner, and that body was known as Mandi committees. That was a elected one. That was being elected. Okay, and that means, and in this Anaj Mandis, that means the buyers, there is going to be buyers, and these buyers are going to take part in the buying and selling. That means who is going to sold? The farmer of this particular region is going to sold out the agriculture produce, and who is going to buy? The registered buyer. Okay, like they were known as Adatiyas. Okay, that registered buyers was supposed to purchase this agriculture produce. Registered buyer means that each and every buyer cannot buy the product in this market, in the Anaj Mandis. Only the registered buyer. That means in order to buy the product, first they have to register with this committee. Then only they can take part in the selling and purchasing activities. So that means there is going to be registered buyer. Okay, and that the price is going to be determined by the market forces. That is competitive. The farmer is supposed to get the competitive price. Okay, although it was not possible, that means it was not happen. Why it was not happen, we will discuss, don't worry. But it was supposed to be that the price of the agriculture produce will be decided by the competitive bidding. What is the meaning of competitive bidding? That the prices will be decided by the market forces, that what is the supply of the product and what is the demand of the product. Accordingly, prices are going to be determined. It was expected, but it did not happen. Okay, and why it didn't happen, we will discuss, don't worry. Okay, so this was the structure. Now let me tell that under this APMC, that state was divided among the different marketplaces known as regulated market or Anaj Mandis. Agriculture committees was sold to the Anaj Mandis through the open auction. I discussed it. Only registered traders can take part in the. Okay, Anaj Mandis was supposed to be regulated by the elected body, that was known as Mandi committees. Okay, and it was the responsibility of the Mandi committee to ensure the transparent bidding process. It was the responsibility, but it did not happen. Why it did not happen, we will discuss the issues with APMC. That's why government came with the Model APMC Act 2003, and in that Model APMC Act, government tried to resolve these problems. Okay, and again in 2016, government came with e-NAME. Okay, e-NAME, electronic national agriculture market. Okay, what it is, why it is, we will. And again government in 2020, government came with a bill, but that was withdrawn by the government because of the farmers agitation. So we are going to discuss that. So this was the responsibility. What happened, that in this Anaj Mandis, these Mandi committees or this Mandi committee or the elected body was charging a commission or taxes for each and every activity. That means they were charging the fee or taxes or commission on grading, they were charging the fee commission on packaging, they were charging fee sorting, they were charging for selling even, they were charging for entry even. So that means each and everything they were charging, this elected body was charging, and that was considered to be more corrupt body, most corrupt body in India. So that is the fact. I am not okay. So the thing is exaggerating the things. So the thing is it was and that was leading to the exploitation of farmer. It was supposed to be that this will resolve the problems of the farmers, but it was leading to the exploitation of farmers. Okay, why? Because it was charging the fee for each and everything. It was charging fee for even for the entry, even for the selling, even for the packaging, even for the sorting. Okay, and there was no issue in charging the fee. But the issue was, it was expected through this fees and commission, they will make a cold storage facility or infrastructure facility in the marketplace, so that the wastage of the agriculture produce can be reduced. But they did not constitute infrastructure facility in terms of cold storage, infrastructure facility in terms of warehouses, but they were charging and they were pocketing that commission or taxes in their pocket. Okay, so it was expected that it is the accountability of this Mandi committee to reduce the exploitation or to give the opportunity to the farmers to get the adequate price, but it was leading to the exploitation of farmers. Okay, and it was because of these reasons. Okay, so that was the problems. So we are going to discuss the problems, then we are going to discuss that what steps government has taken to resolve these problems. Okay, so now we are going to proceed further and we are going to discuss that what were the issues of APMCs. I think it is making sense to each and everyone. So now we are going to proceed further and we are going to discuss what was there. There was monopoly of APMC, Agriculture Produce Market Committee. Okay, there was monopoly of APMCs. What does it mean? It means that the farmer of particular like my art is not very good. Like this is the state, and this state was divided among different marketplaces like this. Okay, so that means the farmer of this region can sold out his product in this region itself. Okay, so that means it was leading to monopoly. Okay, that farmer of this region cannot sold out his or her product, not any other buyer. Okay, they have to sold out only to the registered buyer who is registered in this Anaj Mandi. They cannot sold out to the retailers. They cannot sold out to the agriculture processing, that means retailers. They cannot sold out to the other any retailer. Okay, they have to. That is leading to the monopoly. Okay, and they have to sold out to these registered buyer only. So they made a cartelization. That means the registered buyer made a group and they decided that that was depressing the prices. They were deciding that we are not going to bid more than this. That all the registered buyer made a group and they decide that we will depress the prices of agriculture produce. How they will depress the prices of agriculture produce? Because they will not bid more than particular amount. And why this was? It was expected that there will be competitive price, because there will be bidding on the basis of demand and supply, but they made the cartel. These registered buyer made the cartel, and because of that, that depressed the prices of agriculture produce. Why they were not? They fixed that we are not going to bid more than this. So that means there was cartelization of registered buyer to depress the prices of agriculture produce. And why it happened? Because the farmer can sold out his or her product in this anaj mandi only, and in this anaj mandis there was registered buyer to whom the farmer can sold out only. So they made the cartelization, and that lead to that depress. That means they depress the prices of agriculture produce. Okay. Not only this, there was entry barriers. That means other than registered buyer, no one can take the entries. They have to register, and for the registering, they have to fulfill certain that means requirement. Like they have to have the soap in the anaj mandis, and that means lot many conditions was there. So that means there was entry barriers. Okay, and because of lacking of the cold storage facility or infrastructure facility, there was still the wastage of the agriculture produce. Okay, and there was APMC. As I said that there was APMC's committees taxes and fees, and that taxes and fee was leading to the exploitation of farmers. Even each and every stage there was tax or fee. Okay, not only this, there was non-uniformity of rules and regulation among different states. Not only this, uneven distribution. In some areas, it was more distributed, whereas in other places it was not. Okay, so there was uneven spread of mandis as well. So these were the problems of anaj mandis, okay, or APMCs. So now in 2003, let me in 2003 government passed Model APMC Act. This was passed by the central government. Model APMC Act. Okay. Government passed Model APMC Act, central government, and it was expected that all the state government will pass the Model APMC Act, because be very clear that agriculture is a state subject. Since agriculture is a state subject, that means it has to be that the rules and regulation regarding the agriculture has to be made by the concerned state governments. Okay, so that's why that in 2003 Model APMC Act was passed by the central government or the parliament, and it was expected that each and every state government or state legislature will pass the Model APMC Act in accordance to the Union Model APMC Act. Okay, and under this act there was provision that earlier, what was the issues earlier, that farmers of particular region, like this is the anaj mandi, suppose this is the anaj mandi, farmer of this region can sold out their produce in this region only. They cannot sold out in this. Now they can sold through the registered members only. Okay, now under this model APMC Act, there was provision that farmer of this region can sold out throughout the state, anywhere throughout the state, to whomsoever they want to. They can sold out to the consumer, they can sold out to the retailer, they can sold out to the retailer of agriculture processing product. That means whomsoever the farmer want to sold out, the farmer will be in position to sold out his or her product. It is not necessary that farmer has to sold out his product in this anaj mandi only. They can sold out in this anaj mandi, whatever, wherever. and whomsoever they want to. These were the basically, and they also allowed the forward market, that contract for the selling. Under this act, government also allowed forward contract, but it is not very common. Okay, forward contract means that government allow that the farmers can go with the contract to the retailers or agri business processing units. They can make a contract that we are in future we are going to made we are going to purchase your agriculture produce on this price, irrespective what was the prices in the market. That is going to give them security, that is going to give them the that means on that behalf of that contract they can get the investment. Okay, and that is going to that means give them security from the price fluctuation, that is going to give them the security of the income. Okay, but we will all discuss it when we will discuss the forward market contract. Okay, so that means under the model APMC Act, government did two major reforms. We can say there was lot many reforms. We will discuss once we will discuss it in detail. But there was two major reforms. One was that now in under a model APMC Act, government allow the farmers to sell anywhere they want to sell their product, and they allow whomsoever they want to sell. Okay, they can sell to the retailer, they can sell to the consumer, they can sell to the buyer, registered buyer, they can sell their product to the agriculture processing units, whomsoever they want to. Okay, and second major reform was in the form of a forward contract. Okay, that means government also allow that the farmers can go for the contract. Okay, forward contract with the units. Okay, so this was the major reforms. Okay, now we are going to proceed further and we are going to discuss the next concept, and that next concept is, let me first rub it, that e-name. We are going to discuss the e-name. First we will try to understand that what is the meaning of e-name, then we will discuss that merits of e-name, then we will discuss the demerits, then we will discuss that what reform way forward. Okay, what should be done in increase the efficiency of e-name. Okay, so what is e-name? Electronic National Agriculture Market. Okay, what is e-name? E-name is nothing but it is going to integrate all the Anaj mandis in India electronically. Okay, so that it is going to create one nation, one market for the agriculture produce. Be very clear. Okay, what is e-name? This was that this initiative was taken by Modi government in 2016. In 2016, Modi government, and this is nothing but reform in APMC itself. Okay, that means it is reform in existing APMCs. Okay, because now earlier that farmer can have the access to that when we started APMC or we started Anaj mandis, the farmer can have the access to the market of their region only. Then we reformed it in the form of that farmer of particular state can have the access to the market Anaj mandis of their state. Okay, anywhere he can sell. It is not going to be that farmer of Odisha is going to sold out the product in that means in UP. Okay, when there was model APMCs. Okay, but now it will be possible. Now through e-name it will be possible. Okay, why? Why? It will be possible because now what is going to be, how it is going to be, they are going to integrate, that means e-name electronically National Agriculture Market is going to integrate all the Anaj mandis within the territory of India electronically. So that means they are going to provide a national platform for the farmers for selling their agriculture produce. Okay, that is the meaning of e-name. So what is ENAM? ENAM is nothing but National Agriculture Market Pan India Electronic Trading Portal, which networks existing APMCs to create unified national market for the agriculture commodities. Okay, what are the merits? The merit says it is going to streamline the procedure and integration of market, that is going to give the national market, that means farmer of that Tamil Nadu can sold out his or her product in the to the buyer of UP, okay, or whomsoever they want to. Okay, so this is going to streamline the procedure and integration of market, that is going to give the competitive bidding. It is going to be on the basis of now there cannot be cartelization. Okay, next thing, that it is going to remove the information asymmetry, and the price, that means price discovery is going to take place on online real time. There cannot be fluctuation, that they cannot depress the prices, the buyers cannot depress the price, it is going to be on the real time basis. Not only this, that estimation, that price is going to be determined on the basis of demand and supply, and there is going to be access to the national market. These are the merits of ENAM. What are the demerits? That means there is need to have the digital literacy among the farmers. Okay, and leave about the digital literacy, farmers are not literate also. Okay, so that is the issue and the biggest issue, and we will discuss the reforms as well. So that means there should be digital literacy among the farmers, and the infrastructure, there is disparity in the infrastructure parity. That means in some states anaj mandis are working very well, whereas in other places there is that anaj mandis are for just for the namesake. Okay, there is infrastructure disparity among the different states. Okay, there is lack of technical expertise and internet access. Okay, in different states there is lack of internet access as well. Okay, so these are the issues. Now we are going to discuss that what are the constraints in implementing e-names. What are the constraints in implementing e-names? We are going to discuss that, then we will discuss the reforms. Okay, what are the constraints? That e-name, what is e-name? E-name is nothing but it is going to integrate all the anaj mandis within the territory of India. Okay, so electronically. What? On Feb 2022, on Feb 2022, only 1000 markets, that APMCs have been integrated in 21 states and 3 union territories. That means although it was expected that e-name will integrate all the anaj mandis in all the states and in all the union territory, but up to Feb 2022, only 1000 anaj mandis was integrated in 21 states and 3 union territories. Okay, so this is the constraints. That means still there is lot many scope to integrate the anaj mandis of other states. Okay, not only this, there is significant, that means that significant amount which is taking place in anaj mandis, that means very low percentage of total trade is taking place through e-name. Okay, still the farmers are selling their produce in physical anaj mandis, and there is exploitation of farmers. And why they are? Because there is lack of knowledge among the farmers. That's why they are still selling their produce in the anaj mandis. They are not selling it electronically in e-name. If they are going to sold out it in e-name, that means they are going to get bigger market. But still they are, that means in e-name only lower percentage of total trade is taking place. this is because of lack of knowledge and awareness, and there are operational issues also. That operational issues may be in the form of infrastructure, it may be in the form of internet access, it may be in the form of real time demand and supply, okay, opening, etc., opening and closing of e-name market, okay. So these are the issues. Now we are going to discuss that what should be done to resolve these issues. What should be done to resolve these issues? The very first is there should be digital training. That means there should be training to the farmer to have the access to the e-name. That means there is need to have the training service, okay, to increase farmer integration. For that means the farmers should be trained to take part e-name market. So that means there is need to have the digital awareness among the farmers, okay. Not only this, that means still in e-name platform as well as in Anaj Mandis, the only whosoever is registered in Anaj Mandi, they are registered in e-name also. That means registered buyer who were registered in different Anaj Mandis, okay. So they are registered in e-name also. So there is need to reduce the, that means say, role of these traders and commission agents, okay, in order to increase that retailers, in order to increase the agriculture participation of agriculture processing units, so that the farmers can get the better price of their product. Not only this, there is need to have the, that e-name should be integrated with artificial intelligence and internet of things, just to get the real time access. Not only this, efforts should be made, okay, that one mobile app should be that means constituted in vernacular language, so that farmers can have the all related information on that mobile app in vernacular language, so that the farmer can understand that, okay. So that is nothing but knowledge and awareness among the farmers. Not only this, there is need to have the information regarding the closing, regarding the opening of the e-national market in public domain. If we are going to able do all these efforts, we will really be in position to create one nation, one market for agriculture produce. In conclusion, we can say that if we are able to take all these reforms, we will be in position to create one nation, one market for agriculture produce. Thank you very much, dears. Thanks a lot. If there is any doubt, let me know. If there is any doubt, let me know. Otherwise, we are going to stop here. Is there any doubt? So we are going to stop here. Thank you very much. And top of that, to have the PDF of this lecture and not this lecture, to have the PDF of current affairs on daily basis, to have the PDF of objective questions related to current affair, to have the subjective questions for practice session, to have the each and every query related to economy, to resolve each and every query related to economy, just join my Telegram ID, just search Telegram ID Pradeep Sir Testbook, Pradeep Sir Testbook, and join it, and you will get you can resolve your all the queries related to economy, not economy, any subject, okay. So this is about the my email ID, sorry, not email ID, rather it is about my Telegram ID. So just join this Telegram ID and you will get each and everything there related to. So join this. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. We stop here. Thank you very much, dears. Thanks a lot.